Well, this is the fifth video I've recorded for Game of Thrones House of the Dragon. Wasn't satisfied with the first one, wasn't satisfied with the second one, third one, wasn't satisfied with, and the fourth one, I forgot to turn my mic on. I had it on mute. So I talked for 37 minutes for no reason at all, because none of what I said actually got to recording. So I'm going to make this as short and as sweet as possible for everyone. Game of Thrones House of the Dragon. First impressions. The negatives. Let's get the negatives out of the way. Horrible pacing. Horrible pacing. Absolutely horrible pacing. It is slow. Scenes that should play up the action a little bit more, scenes that should build the tension and draw you in, don't seem to work. There's strange editing choices with how we transition from one scene to the other. So, horrible pacing issues. This should be a compelling story. There are all the elements here for a compelling story to be told. But it doesn't feel like an interesting or compelling story when you get to this final scene of the show. A lot of stuff happens. Some very dramatic things happen. But do we feel the sense of those dramatics? No, we don't. It's just sort of muted and blah, and it just comes off as incredibly boring. The acting is fantastic. All of the actors do an incredible job. Incredible. From the young lady that plays Rhaenyra, to King Viserys, to Daemon Targaryen, to Lord Corlys. Everyone does an incredible job in this show. I will say that there are some people that are some characters that are being trusted by King Viserys that shouldn't be trusted. King Viserys himself is not a very strong individual. Seems a bit weak in character. But when it comes to Rhaenyra, other than she's a tomboy who likes going out riding her dragon, that you don't really get a sense of who she is. There's no Ned Stark. And I said this in the video that I didn't have audio recording. There's no Ned Stark. Like, Ned Stark was a grounded character that everyone could identify with, and we all felt a personal tie to, which is why his death is so dramatic and pulls on us and really sets the story in motion. Because the person that we identified most with in the series is suddenly gone. We don't get his death in the first episode, but we have this, like in this world of kings and queens and lofty ideals and ambition, we had Ned Stark to ground us in the story, to really, make us anticipate what was going to happen in the next episode. We don't have any of those narrative hooks to draw us in to anticipate the next episode. That just doesn't happen. I'm gonna keep watching this series. The acting is fantastic. The effects range from okay to very, very good. Some of the lighting doesn't quite match up on the dragons with the natural lighting that they recreated for the surrounding area, so it doesn't seem very consistent in that respect. But I don't know what the budget is on this show, but I'm not the effects aren't distracting in any way. The story is solid. There's nothing really that I can knock here, other than the pacing at which the story is delivered to us is makes it seem incredibly boring. Even though there's very interesting things happening here, it's just the editing itself betrays the storytelling, what's written and what's supposed to happen. So those are my ideas. Those are my thoughts. I'm gonna leave it at that because honestly, this is the fifth time I've recorded a review, and I'm just going to keep it short and sweet instead of trying to dive into it a massive amount. Can I recommend this? I don't know. I mean, check it out. Judge for yourself. This might be one of those shows that it just doesn't, like maybe I'm missing something, but the show came off very boring to me. We'll see. But if you guys saw the episode, let me know what you thought. Leave a comment down below, like, and subscribe. Adios.